Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the SourceCast. I do apologize on our late start-ish thing. Technical difficulties. I was making sure XSplit was working to its maximum proficiency. And I am, of course, Trex, one of your lovely co-hosts. And alongside me, as always, is the FNL star himself, Super Patriot.
What's going on, everybody?
And today we're joined by a very special guest, another YouTube rising sensation. Ladies and gentlemen, bring it up for Vagrant.
What's up, guys? They're gonna be like, "Who is this?" It's like Super Patriot did.
It takes time. It takes time. So, how's everybody's week been?
Been good. Armories came out yesterday. Straight.
Did they have that during beta?
Not beta, no.
Okay. There's a whole bunch of them.
So, as we were talking about earlier, Armories did come out this week. Are you guys enjoying it?
I already bought the 4-pack. Bought that 4-pack.
8-pack, because I'm not screwing around.
Oh yeah, I'll probably buy an 8-pack when there's like double station cash or something.
Yeah, that's probably what I would do. So, we will be talking about the Armories a little bit later. So right now, let's talk a little bit about Friday Night Legends, FNL. Once again, Super Patriot with the Olympus Games with this 1v1 tournament. How did this go?
It went actually pretty well. I mean, we had a lot of no-shows. Me and Meps talked about that a little bit at the end and everything about doing a little bit better on our end as far as letting people know when it starts and everything like that, and basically kind of like reminding people, hey, guess what? You signed up for a tournament. Make sure you're there. Type thing. So we're looking at doing that and a few other things. But I mean, it went pretty well. I was actually mildly impressed. There were not as many steals as I thought there was going to be. There was a lot of Wonder Womans though, because apparently Wonder Woman is OP.
Yeah, I did notice that.
She's really not. The only thing that you could possibly argue that is OP is her execute. It's just really fast.
Yes, of course. So I think everything. The whole FNL has been shadowed over the fact of Spittle himself and his commentating tonight. It was just over this one thing overshadowed the entire broadcast. So I'm gonna.
Well, I mean, at first, it wasn't just at first. I thought the one thing. I mean, a hashtag wooden spoon. Everybody out there. But I thought the wooden spoon being broken off in his ass. Not on his ass. It was in his ass. He said. I thought I was like, wow, in it. And then all of a sudden he's like, no, the fucked up part was, and I was like, whoa, sir. And I could just see Meps over there face palming.
Jens is just going
I just saw
crazy.
Meps just face palmed, and I'm like,
it felt like one of his forum posts when he goes just absolutely nuts on people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What the heck are you guys talking about? This game! Probably like breaks his keyboard in half and is just like, no, you people suck.
Now I will say that
that's what I would imagine. He just rages.
Now I will say that Super Patriot did give me the authorization that I can cuss on the SourceCast now because of Jens Anderson. So thank you, Jens, for allowing me to have this kind of power. Because I am just a sailor when it comes to cursing. But I try to have a family show. I try.
Kid friendly.
Put it out every once in a while. Usually when I'm angry.
Yes.
I curse way too much unless I am told that I cannot.
Same. Same.
Yeah, did everyone see the pre-show where one of the dudes with the super long name? I don't know if he got banned. I think he got like maybe kicked, maybe? Not really sure what
was it. The name. The name is or a guild. I've seen guild names that are super long. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad. I thought it was really funny though how I just dropped us. Hey, there's a bunch of guys over here. If you guys near me, if you want to start kicking people off for long league names, and then instant league disband right then and there.
What? Nice.
That was
yeah.
What if it was like a league filled with like 50 people and all of a sudden,
know.
like, you are leagueless. What happened? You're gonna like pick up the pieces. You're just like, where is everyone?
Yeah. Thank you, Radium, for pointing that out. Meps, why no hug for Spittle? What's up with that? Just, I mean,
because Spittle's a giant.
So giants need hugs too.
He's not the friendly giant though. He'll rage at you.
It's like, it was just a whole arms were out. I missed you, bro, and then Meps denied. It's like, damn, brother, harsh. But of course, if I was there, it's like, you know what? I'll give him a hug, and I'll give Meps a hug, even if he would fight it. I would accept that taser from Meps. It's like, no.
Meps seems like he's just the anti-socialist.
He's not. Once you have some fun with him at SOE Live, he opens up a lot.
You just gotta get him some drinks, right? That's all you need.
I'm not saying anything.
I don't think it's even really drinks. I think, okay, what you guys caught a glimpse of with Jens when he dropped the F-bomb, that's how Jens is when you get into a casual conversation with him. He is super cool and all that. He's like, he's down to earth, realistic, and he'll just throw stuff out there. So I remember a while back when we were at live, we were sitting there, and he just all of a sudden just like turned to me out of the blue. He's like, "Super Patriot, let me ask you a question." Yeah, he's like, "How do you feel about everything that went on with One Piece, with the whole wave exploit thing and everything like that?" And I was just like, he'll put you on the spot too, which is funny. But he's a really good guy to hang out with. All of them are really cool to hang out with and talk to. We're still on the right call. Yeah. Okay, there.
Oh yeah, you're
you guys
good.
got quiet.
No, we were just listening to your story, man.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Cool story, bro.
Listen to this guy.
I'm hoping I can go to SOE Live and meet everybody. That would be quite the journey.
It is. I can tell you now, for those 4 days actually where we were there, it was 4 days of just amazing fun, and just amazing talks with the developers as well. So as a plug, since it's been segued in so perfectly, remember SOE Live this summer. I don't actually have the right dates because they're not in front of me, so that's a horrible segue on my part. But tickets go on sale this spring.
It's the 14th through the 17th, I believe.
Thank you. Thank you, Soups, with the save. So the tickets registration start going on sale this spring. Not sure what spring they mean. Not sure what month, but be sure to go ahead and start saving up your pennies. If you haven't spent your Christmas money, don't spend it because you need to save it up for this trip. That's what I'm having to do.
I think the pricing last year for the whole weekend was like $50 when you bought it super early.
Correct. And that's right. So remember,
if you want to save that money, you gotta buy it early.
That's right. So remember that early tickets, you'll have a discount. After a certain date, the price will go up. So earlier the better. Rawr. And we're going to be at the Planet Hollywood Hotel and Casino once again this year.
Meps is in the chat saying you'll get to see the real him at SOE Live 2014 if you go. So everybody there, maybe everybody goes this year, will get to see Meps carried out away from the pool party.
He said, "I'll drink what you give me." I feel like that's very dangerous. He really should not say that. He's gonna get roofied.
Oh my god!
Come on, Meps, you're smarter than
Now the whole pool party just went down a whole different level now. Just a whole different level. So, once again, great commentary coming from Meps and Spittle on another great FNL. Good job on Super Patriot for organizing it once again, sir.
It's a lot easier when you got help.
Always is. And then, of course,
I've had help with my events and everything, but a lot easier with the challenge site. Challenge site changed up so much.
yeah, they do. They
Made
do.
things so much easier.
And then remember that next week is the PC Living Legends 1v1 tournament. And I think, Daddy, if you're in the chat, can you shoot me a link? Because I feel a little froggy. Because if there's a little bit of room, I think Trex is going to spend a Friday night on a tournament instead of getting ready for the show. So hopefully you can...
Really?
I think I'm going to bust out the Lex
So I
Luthor.
can sit here and hurry you up for a change?
Yes.
I can sit here and hurry you up for a change? That'd be nice. That would be nice.
It would be a nice change, wouldn't it? Now, after your FNLs, I try to be nice.
Michael Grid in the chat. Spittle puts the F in FNL.
And put that on a t-shirt. Boom.
It's gonna be like YouTube poop episodes of Jen's cursing.
I just want to get a bunch of sound bites from that one right there.
We need to have a Jen soundboard.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need a Yen soundboard while we're and then people like a raid and use that soundboard. Have you ever had a wooden spoon broken off in your ass?
and then immediately it goes to like, hi, I'm Jen Sanderson. Direct DC Universe Online.
Oh man, Meps, help us put that together, man.
Oh, yeah. Need some of that. Let's see if I can remember my password now. And I cannot remember my password, apparently, so I'm going to have to do that later. But yes, I will be signing up for FNL Tour next Friday. So I'll be in the tournament. There looks like there's room enough for me and my ego. So once again, good job on everybody who participated in FNL. It wasn't Ace who won. Who played Steel and decimated Wonder Woman?
It was Light, formerly known as Not Polka.
Not Polka changed his name. What's going on with that?
Yeah, not Polka.
I remember Not Polka. He hurts a lot. He chased me down while I was playing PS3 while leveling up. Chased me down hard. So, now that's over with.
That's what she said.
Stop it. You.
PvP phase.
Hashtag PvP phase.
PvP phase, bro.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Actually, I have a story about PvP phase. I went AFK for like a split second today. I come back and my character's dead. And I was like, oh, about that.
Justice does not have a pause button, sir.
It does not.
Yeah, I came back and I was like, well, I am so sorry. So sorry, Vagrant. Lil Vagrant. So sorry.
All right, so you guys can't see it because I'm using my laptop to sign up for it, but I am hitting the sign up button right now for the tournament. And it's sad because this may be the last time you see the character Black Ember.
Entries.
I'm not putting in multiple entries. That's silly. But
So in other words, folks, Trex has started his self-destruct countdown timer.
Yes.
So.
Oh, I'm on the wait list.
Isn't
that's even better? I'm on the wait list. Yes. I mean, oh, that's a shame. Darn. Well, I guess I'll have to wait just like everybody else. Daddy-O, do not touch that list. Don't do anything to it.
I don't know. They do probably have to go through there. They probably do have to go through there and make sure everybody's seated correctly. Oh, you got a chance, Trex. You have a chance.
I can't. I want to know my seed number. If I'm in it, I want to know my seed number. Because I'm telling you now, if I'm not last, I'm gonna make fun of the person who is last. Like, you know me? Do you know who I am? I suck at PvP. What's wrong with you? I won't do that. That's horrible. I'm not that kind of guy. I'll message it though. I'll tweet it. It's like, can you believe this? I'm not bad at PvP. Someone else is worse than me. But all right, forum stuff. Anyone got any forum news or forum posts that they want to talk about? Excellent.
Not really posts.
Do you have an overall?
Honestly, Armories is a thing. Armories is the news.
Oh my god.
As far as I'm concerned, that is the news of the year. All right, so
and until league halls come out.
Until league halls come out,
and then we'll be like, "What's an armory?"
Well, the thing is, though, league halls is going to be something. Honestly, I can't wait for league halls because those are going to be huge. I know we're getting them in a free update, everything like that. Everybody's basically going to get them for free and everything. But those are going to be huge because I'm curious to see what all they bring with those league halls. What all we're going to be able to do with them. Like, are we going to be able to, if you already have the amenities for your lairs unlocked, can you put those down in the league halls? Or is there something that the league is going to have to do to work towards being able to put those amenities in? Will we be able to have, teleporters for each city inside those things? Where are we going to be able to place them? The entrances for them, all that stuff. It's there's a lot of stuff for you. Not to mention the PvP and PvE aspects of those league halls.
Due to technical difficulties beyond our control, we had to end our live stream early. So here's the rest of the episode that you guys missed because of it. In the coming months, we should be able to hopefully fix these issues further on. So without further ado, here's the rest of the episode. Alright, so going into some forum news. Soups, what do you got for forum news? I think the forums have all have a collective just brain fart over how to use armories. Right?
Yeah, it's not that difficult. It's not that difficult. And for folks out there who may not... For folks out there who may not understand something, if you go premium and you don't have Last Lap DLC and you're spec'd into the shield, you're not going to be able to use the armories.
Which, by the way, I didn't even think about.
I'm sure the devs didn't think about it either, but then,
You can't use them at all?
No, because if you don't own the DLC for Last Lap, that means you don't have access to the shield weapon. So
even if you don't have a shield at all, it's still going to be like you need...
If you are spec'd into the shield...
Right?
That's just wrong.
It's like
premium members are like, are you freaking kidding me?
Well, here's the thing, though. If they, because everybody came off that free legendary month, so everybody was like, it's like, oh, cool, I can spec into this new weapon. Well, guess what? You're not legendary anymore. So that means you can't spec in that weapon anymore.
That sucks.
Oh, and for everybody out there, all right, if you haven't figured out, because I'm still getting tells for this, believe it or not, I actually got one earlier when we first started the show. Somebody asked me, "Hey, where's Armories at?" I thought everybody's, our Armories here. I'm like, yeah, they're here. And then they send me another tell. So I thought everybody was supposed to get one. Yeah, check your journals, people. Check your journals.
As soon as you log in, it says press J.
Yeah, it says check your journal. You have an active mission in the journal. So check your journals, folks. There is something in this game, all right, that will give you prompts to do certain things in almost every single aspect of it.
Yeah.
If you just look.
Yeah, my whole experience with this is that, of course, Armories came out, and by the way, Larry Liberty did say last week that they will be coming out this week. Oh my God, they didn't come out Monday. Oh Lord, they didn't come out Tuesday. End of the world. And yet we got them exactly as they said this week. People apparently on Tuesday forgot there was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Hell, I'll even include Saturday. I'm sure they work weekends. I'm sure.
Yeah.
But they just blew up when they didn't come out Tuesday. Just blew, like, calm down. Calm down. So finally it hit. And apparently, and of course, people on the forums are asking how to use it. Where are they at? It's, wow. And I didn't say it to them. I tried to be nice on the forums. Of course, I could have just said, did you not watch any of my live streams? Did you not watch any videos on YouTube from talking about Armories? I mean, come on.
I posted a video up that morning before most people realized the game was back up.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be posting one tonight. There's gonna be tons of them out there.
Too late, Vagrant. Too late. Everybody beat you to it. Don't even bother.
I don't care. People are still gonna probably have problems with it.
Yeah.
They're gonna look at your video and be like, I don't get it.
Well, it's like, I was just one person I was talking to Trex about earlier. He did not know where the generator was at in his lair.
Yeah, I mean,
So
like,
I was
it's like he does. It's like if they don't like explore.
Yeah.
What?
And that's okay. The generator had no purpose until now.
Exactly.
But
I'm curious to see what they do with it.
Yeah, halls of power. But one thing I wanted to bring about from the forums about this armory is that someone created a guide, a little guide video that they made for their YouTube channel and posted this, and it literally the thread topic was guide armories. Now, one, it was posted in Gotham City, which, yes, that if it was a guide, it should have belonged into Oracle's database, where it belongs. Two, some fool came on there. The first reply for it was, oh, look, another YouTube parasite creating a video on something that doesn't need a guide. I'm not going to watch it. -1. That was the first reply. Was it necessary? No. Apparently, as all YouTubers can say, for people who even comment like that on their video, it's like, this video sucks. And apparently, it's not for you. You can move along. Apparently, I believe there's some guy stapling genitals with a stapler gun that you can go watch if you want entertainment, because you're that low of a person.
You're gonna make me cringe when you use examples like that.
Sorry.
I'm going to the forums right now, and I'm going to Oracle's database and Gotham City, and I'm posting up a video. I'm posting my video up on there.
Right? Now I just want to post my videos on Gotham City just to annoy this person. Just to see him as like, oh yeah, I'm doing it just for you. Shout out to you, buddy. Shout out to you. But at the same time,
people just think they're so cool.
Right? And it's just absurd. Now,
there legitimately is no reason to post stuff like that. There's just, what is the point of trolling? Because I will never understand like the satisfaction trolls get. I just can't.
And even on the DCO mainstream during FNL, when I was advertising my channel about the SourceCast, and it was like 2 sentences. 2 sentences. Some fool comes in and just says, stop trying to sell your channel, no one cares. And my response is, I'm not selling it, I'm promoting it, in case people don't know about it, and for the people to remind them as well that it's happening. And of course, his response was, GTFO, you lazy asterisk retard.
See, do people not realize, though, that part of, getting your channel out there and growing your channel is using social media to do it?
Exactly. Exactly. The person on the Gotham City thing, I wouldn't have posted it on the Gotham City. It literally belonged in the Oracle's database. So you posted it into the wrong spot, but luckily the mods did move it. So I thank them for doing that. At the same time, if people want to post their videos on the forums, they're going to post them on the forums. I don't post my videos on the forums because, one, I don't want the headache to listen to children on the forums. When I have enough children I have to listen to on my YouTube comments. For the people who say nice things, thank you. For the people who try to correct me, I thank you. For people who try to troll me, move along. Move along to someone else. Because I don't want that. I ban people for pretty much that kind of crap. You get warnings, but then it's like, you know what? I don't need to hear you. I just don't. I don't need that view for my video, and I don't want that view for anyone else who has to deal with that kind of guy.
Just don't understand the point.
Neither do I. I just don't.
I was getting ready to link my post in the chat on the stream, but I remembered we're not live streaming right now.
Wow.
But yeah, here it is. I didn't
if people are there, you might as well just link it. I mean, we're not even.
I didn't even put any words to it, man. I just embedded the video, and that's it. See, this is how you troll people back on the forums. All right, this is how you troll people back.
It's crazy, so
now
crazy.
Watch. Oh, wait, let me.
How to use Armories.
The starter's guide. It's very important you should say it's a starter's guide.
Starters and advanced all in one.
Like a Swiss Army knife.
Now watch. Now I'm going to go to Gotham City, right? And I'm going to link that post link in a thread.
Wow. Talk about some Inception.
Yeah.
It's forum section. Oh, well, that actually worked out pretty well.
That's spam, though.
But anyway, so that's pretty much came from the forums. Just nothing but weird hoopla from people who just don't understand things. If you have a question about the armories, understandable, but use the search function, for God's sakes. Use the search function. Oh, and people actually are talking about the announcements section as well on Tuesday. Just blowing up about it, where like, you know what, can we get people to stop replying in the announcement section? People want that to stop, and I understand why they want it to stop. I understand it, but and I'm also under. I always believe that talks should be in one spot. I hate seeing 5 different threads on the same topic when I walk into Gotham City. It clutters the forums, and I'm part of this generation. I'm not going past the first page. If I go to the second page, I must be really bored. But I mean, it infuriates me. But the announcement section, they're trying something new. They might stick with it. They might not. It's up to them, really, but they're trying to see it. But the people who are in those announcement sections trying to reply, stay on topic, for God's sakes. If the thread is talking about 3 hours of downtime, you can ask about the downtime, but don't start any conversations. Oh, did you guys catch that Packers game? No one cares about the forums on that. Keep it on topic. Keep it on topic. It usually
blows up into a flame war.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, speaking of flame wars, I'm starting one right now with Trex. Ha, sir.
What the hell?
Ha to you.
What did I do?
All right. First response to my thread. All right. Good stuff, sir. Glad to see you're still at it. Ah!
How's it a flame war?
Well, you got, I'm saying ha to you because you got, hate on your thread.
I get hate on my threads because I try to correct people with misinformation. And people think of me as the SOE watchdog.
Stop giving them misinformation then, sir.
They're misinformed. I'm trying to correct it. Trying is the key word. But you can't fix stupid. Ron White proved that. Anyways, moving on. So Armories is now officially out in the game. Twitter, over Spittle and the official DCUO Twitter page, has been blowing up with pictures. They've been retweeting pictures nonstop, and there have been some very Nice ones. So kudos to all you guys out there with the creativity with these armories.
Jens Spittle finally followed me on Twitter too.
He did?
Because of my video. He hadn't followed me yet. I was like, come on. Now you follow me?
He followed me a while back, and I just don't feel the love. I just don't. I try grabbing him in conversations, but it's he ignores me.
Don't cry.
He gets off in his own little world sometimes on his Twitter too.
Yeah, he does. It's really weird. But also, speaking of Twitter, big shout out to Jiminous Gamer. Her Saintwalker video and her Atrocitus video are both on.
Got featured.
Yep, they're both on the DCUO YouTube page. Very cool for her.
She has one for almost every character now, doesn't she?
Almost.
She does, yeah.
She's
Almost
missing
everyone.
very, very few.
Yeah, she's gonna be all cut up and then waiting for the next ones to come out. I've seen the process with her doing those videos, and I helped her with a couple of them, and I commend her greatly for doing it because it's like, wow, just round of applause. Just wow, that's some patience, people. It's patience to make that kind of video. But so Vagrant, you said you got the 4-pack, right?
Yep. Didn't want to spend $32.
But Soups did. Soups got he dropped that for the 8-pack. He ain't
Dropped
playing.
it for the 8-pack. I got alts, sir. I got alts that are going to be getting massive amounts of skill points thanks to my main once that update comes to us.
I wonder when that's going to come.
I don't know. I'd really like for it to come in the next update, though. That'd be nice.
Really think we'll get it in 34? I remember when the European site had a mess up and they said that feat sharing was coming out with game update 32.
That year, those European guys, man, I swear to God, they jumped the gun so much. And I've straight out asked Meps before. I was like, who are you guys gonna fire over there this week for that? Well, because remember they released, and I'm almost positive they did it early. The red and blue weapon packs. Straight up released them on the EU side.
Yep.
That with no advertising whatsoever. And obviously it was early because we didn't get them right away on the US side. And it was like, I'm almost positive they were kind of forced to release them on the US side because EU side's got them. Why don't we have them?
It's kind of the same with the Plasmic Aura. They got that super early too.
Yeah.
Before we got the Plasmic Aura.
Yep. So I'm pretty sure, there's been people over there probably have either been scolded relentlessly or, may have lost a job or two.
We can only hope. not hope, but yeah, hope.
You shouldn't have done messed up.
What are you doing over there? Exactly. So I myself, I got the 4-pack. It's sitting in Black Ember's inventory, ready to be used and spread across my characters. And I'm really excited to use it. Now I use my army. I've used Armories back in when it was on test server, but then I used it on live. And when I copied my character, I got kind of like a little upset, up to the point where I thought it was a bug, but then I had to remember what was going on. I imprinted my armory. The costume showed up on the mannequin, but then I looked at it and I'm like, wait, where's my hairstyle?
I did the same thing. I was like, what the heck? The thing's bald. And I was like, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense though, because the hair sticks out through the top of my mask I'm wearing. So I'm like, okay, it kind of makes sense. All right.
I was so close on going to the forums, just like, armory bug, my mannequin does not have my hairstyle. But I'm only wearing my mask. So I was like, wait, Trex, step back. It's a mannequin, your hair's not gonna change. Okay, I remember now. I'm okay.
I have all my armories lined up like in a Batcave like fashion where there's like 3 on each side. And I just kind of walk through and I'm like, let me select one. Which one am I going to put on today? That's my mentality with it.
I thought you could only put down 4 in a lair.
Can you?
Yeah.
I might only have 4 then. But I do have them all lined up, like back to back, right next to each other.
Yeah, I've got in my. You've seen the video. I've got those 2 there in my video, right next to each other. I set down a third one right next to those 2, and then there's one directly across from them.
Nice.
You know, yeah. I need to figure out different styles to wear with those different, builds.
Do you have all the base themes? Because I'm wondering
I do have
what all the Armory theme looks like. I should go back and try them out because I have all the
which
themes
theme?
too. All of the themes, like what the sewer Armory looks like.
Oh yes, I didn't think about the sewer one.
Oh,
Sewer,
I got this.
Then there's like the pyramid one or whatever. The one that looks ancient.
It's really cool. The ancient one looks really freaking cool. There's actually, if you go to Dark Horse YouTube channel, Dark Horse, he has a like a 35-second video just showing off his lair real quick and his armory real quick. The ancient one looks really cool. The penthouse one, I mean, it looks like something would fit in the penthouse. Pretty much everything looks kind of similar. Or they look kind of similar to, like, the amenities and everything that you get in those, in the penthouse one. I didn't think about the the bunker and the sewer one though.
Sewer one is nice. That's where I put my free one, just because I was like, I'm just gonna put stuff here because I don't really use it that much. So it gives me a reason to go there. Put it in there. It has like these like vats behind it. Gives a little gringe to it. I'm like, this is pretty bitchin'. It's not tall, yes, but it doesn't have like that big style that everyone complains about with the size. But luckily, they are looking at fixing the size of the armory to make it a little bit smaller. They are looking at that. No date yet, but so yay for that. They're listening.
Do they show up in lair battles?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they do. If you haven't placed on a node in there.
Man, people are lazy. Because I played a whole bunch of lair battles and no one has them set on a node. I'm like, oh, come on.
It's like, where is it at? I want to see what you look like after I beat your ass.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same with all lair stuff. I don't know if it's not set on a node and everything, then you can you're not going to see it. Although I did. This was kind of odd though, which kind of odd because somebody told me there was a glitch going on right now that some people were exploiting in lair battles, where they were putting them up in a certain spot, and like the entire first round, if you were like came into somebody else's lair, and all that, you would like zone inside the armory, and you couldn't move. You couldn't move at all, and a person would just like sit there and range attack you because you can't destroy them. You can't destroy them.
That's right.
Lair.
Oh wow, that's man. People suck.
Right? Who does that?
Well, I mean, it's the same thing with like any glitch in general. Like, who's gonna think to do like all these exploits and just like sit there and go like, I wonder what I can try and pass through today. Like,
well, it's funny though. I mean, because there are people out there that'll pile stuff up in the front of their lair, and everything. But there's no nodes in front of the lair like that. So I was trying to figure out where exactly they're putting them at, to where somebody would get stuck inside of them.
Yeah, like I don't understand that.
Huh. But it's like who Mr. E is. I mean, his lair. You walk into his lair, and he's just got junk piled into all around the entrance to that lair. It's so funny. You seriously cannot walk into his lair without smashing through everything.
It's like, hey, Mr. E, I'm here for the What is this crap? Sorry, dude.
Yeah,
I'm kind of rearranging right now.
Mattresses piled up, and it's
like,
he's
sorry.
A real porter.
Yes. It's like, is there dead kittens somewhere around here?
It's so funny though, man. Because if you go once you get through that and you go through the rest of his lair, there's nothing in it. Nothing in there at all. Everything's piled up around that entrance.
But we are very happy that Armories is finally out. Super Patriot, Brittany, Jimmy, Vagrant, like all the big DCO YouTubers out there are just loving the hell out of these, and are also I am seeing a lot of influx of new players, new YouTubers coming out of the woodworks with these Armory guys. I think this is like their first iota of doing videos for DCUO, because like the person I saw on the forums, I've been seeing a couple of them been tweeted out a little bit here. It's like, wow, this is starting to see a little bit more YouTubers out there. I'm really happy. Now I'm also wanting to point out to the YouTuber, I don't know the name because I'm not looking at the thread, but you guys have seen that unofficial War of the Light trailer, right?
I've seen a couple, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I've seen a whole bunch, actually. Everybody's excited for it.
Yeah, these fan trailers have been amazing.
Yeah, some of y'all are cheating though. Some of y'all are cheating because you're going on a test server and you're getting test server footage for these trailers, and I can't do that. And I'm sitting here looking at my trailer, waiting to put it out there, and I'm like, well, mine sucks.
I'm waiting for you. No, yours does not suck. You know why yours doesn't suck, because you got some authenticity. Is that a word? Authenticity?
Authenticity?
There you go. That's syllables.
Is that the word for it, though? I wouldn't know.
Authenticity?
Yeah, that's the word.
Authenticity?
Vagrant. All right, Vagrant, you're going to learn something real quick here, all right? When you come on the SourceCast, you let Trex flounder, all right?
I can get it.
I feel like I was supposed to help him.
No, you sit back and you watch him struggle, and you laugh to yourself while he's doing it. All right.
I don't. But I play a villain, but I'm not a villain in real life.
How can you not be a villain in real life, sir? I've seen a live video of you. You are red-haired. You have no soul. All right.
Hey, just because I stole one doesn't mean I didn't steal a kind one. All right.
But yes, but Super Patriot knows his video is it has that
I've got some
thing.
legitness to it. It's just not as flashy as I would like for it to be.
Correct. It's
and
not
that's the
flashy.
issue I have with it.
But it's okay. When you guys see this video, you're gonna understand why it's the bee's knees.
You're gonna poop bricks.
But for all those people who are making the trailers out there, and Jimmy had one as well.
Jimmy had a two-parter.
She did. She did. And so for all you guys making trailers out there, great job on these trailers, and it gives me a little bit better look at what future DLC trailers you guys come up with, because this War of the Light Part 1 it's turning out to be one of my favorite DLCs. It might actually beat Home Turf, just because it has Green Lantern, or the Lantern Corps in it, but that's whatever. I'm playing favorites on this game right now.
This is a good question, all right? Not counting DLC 9, which technically isn't out yet.
Okay.
What is your favorite DLC?
Home Turf still.
Really?
I still do Home Turf.
What about you, Vagrant?
Probably the very first one. It's what brought me back to the game.
Fight for the light! Woo woo! Green
Fight for the
Lantern.
light! Because as soon as I saw people that you could be a Green Lantern, that's exactly what turned me back onto the game. Because I played during launch, and then I quit for a while, and then I saw that, and I was like, ooh, there's no way I'm missing that.
It's still Home Turf because of the dailies that I do. I don't have to be in a group to get my marks. I can do those dailies, and I can run the solos, and then literally I still have my marks, and I'm done. Sons of Trigon really brings that to the table as well, and ups it a little bit, and I still do the Sons of Trigon stuff, but it's Home Turf. I can still go back to Strikers and Ace Chemicals, and it's really just all that farming that I can do with myself. Sons of Trigon, it brings the newer marks, so yes, Sons of Trigon I have to do to stay up to date. But then if I'm getting low on the Marks of Triumph stuff, it's like I'm just gonna run some Home Turf dailies, call it a day. So Home Turf still in my eyes is still my favorite DLC because it brought in my gameplay aspect. It brought me closer to this game because it's on my speed. I don't have to raid. I don't have to do group content. I can do solo content on my time, and I can still keep up.
That and Lairs kick ass.
And Lairs do kick ass.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna add marks of reality to the missions for War of the Light Part 1, because right now they just award cash.
That's a test server thing. They're gonna the quests or the cases really, they are gonna give marks of reality.
So there will be more solo quests that you could possibly do, Trex. There you go.
Oh yeah, especially hunting down, and I've also got a little clarification on that as well, because when Jimmy and I were doing our streaming, we were looking under where we were our villain characters, and we were looking for the heroes, those hero bounties. Looking for Martian Manhunter. We found him. We found Blue Flash, which Blue Flash knocked me off a building, and and we got confirmation from the devs on the test server that when you're looking for those bounties, one hero and one villain bounty are going to be up at one time. You're only going to have one villain and one hero. And you'll find the hero. If you're a villain, you'll find the heroes in the blue and green. And if you're a villain, you're going to find them in the... Hero looking for a villain bounty, you'll find those in the yellow and red. If you're a villain looking for the heroes, you're going to find them in the blue and green. So those are the two the myths that you have to look for these bounties. But remember, there's only going to be one up per side at one time. When they go down, I'm not really sure what the cooldown could possibly be. That might be like hours of, like a whole day of farming on those myths just to even try and see without phasing. Because when you bring in phasing into the game, that brings a whole different freaking ball game.
I actually got to fight one of those today when the devs were on the test server. I fought a rage-induced Gorilla Grodd and rage-induced Bruno Mannheim, and they hit like trucks. They were one-shotting people like constantly. They don't mess around.
Yeah, I saw Bumbling Beast post on the test forums saying that the Gorilla Grodd was like hitting 7K and literally one-shotting his tank.
Yeah, they it's really hard. Really hard. But it was really cool because on the test server there was like 15 people that would just like wailing on this guy because there would be like people doing operations and then they would stop to help, which was really cool.
So what did they do? So you were on the test server today when they were doing, like, I'm guessing pretty much a stress test of the actual battle zone?
Yep.
So what were everyone having to do? Because I was at work, so I missed it. And by the time I got home, I saw the forum post about it. I'm like, oh, I could have came onto the forums and saw about it. Oh, well, lazy me.
They didn't really do anything special. They were just around in the Metropolis battle zone, Gens and Meps, I think. I think Gems maybe was, but Meps was because I actually saw Meps. And then Dirt was there too.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it was just a stress test because they encouraged everyone to queue up for Mist Recovery. So Mist Recovery was pretty much popping like that. And there was a bunch of groups running it. It was really cool to see so many players on the test server just testing it out.
Well, that was day one. I mean, that was a whole day one thing where you had queues for hours on end. Then, of course, the next day, the server was down the whole day. And it's like, God, breaking my hearts here. Trying to log on and do some stuff here. Trying to do some testing. Maybe a little recording. Maybe a little live streaming.
Yeah. That queue time to get in, though, when the actual game was down, people were on the test server. It was like, you are number 7,000 in a line of 10,000. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, that was not fun at all.
People were like, I have to have DC.
But a little bit of an update as well. I heard from Christiana, who is, of course, still testing rage tanking, that the healing for the rage tanking has actually been fixed, and it works better. He, as a quote, he said that he soloed Doc's trash.
Okay, the trash.
Yeah, the trash. calm down. And I read that too until I saw the line below it said trash. I'm like, oh. It's like, I solo tank docs. What? Trash. Oh, okay. Now it makes sense. Like a comma or something would have worked there, so I knew the sentence was still going. But have you gotten to take a look at rage tanking yet, Vagrant?
I have, and I feel like it's a little too similar to fire. That's the only thing I don't like about it, because I'm like, I like how every tank was different. Fire had the extra health pool, Earth was the pet, Ice was just straight damage, shields, and mitigation. And then Rage is kind of like, hey, let me borrow a mechanic from Fire, but let me add that Rage crash. It's just Fire with a different spin.
See, for me, at least on paper, reading it and everything, it seems like it's like a combination of Fire and Ice, but you need to do a little bit extra to make sure that you don't
die.
Don't die. Yeah, only because of the Rage crash.
Yeah.
Because with the Rage crash and all that, all the damage you're taking is like, you're not taking all that damage, but when you go for the rage, when you come up on the Rage crash, you will take all that damage, like every single bit of damage that you've been taking. But there's ways of mitigating that damage you take in, and there's an actual way of canceling that damage that you take in. So for me, it sounds like it's a combination of like Fire and Ice. At least on paper, the way it's been described.
They just have powers that increase their health pool. Because it kind of makes sense, because if you're getting hit for like 7k, then you're not obviously going to survive that. You have to have an increased health pool to survive it. But I don't know. I just didn't like that it kind of borrowed some elements from Fire. Because I knew a lot of people on PC side were just like, well, there's no reason to play Fire now.
Yeah, after I got with this new build and with the healing fix, I definitely need to go into something and tank a little bit. But I've because I'm coming from a fire tank, I probably still like this ability. It doesn't have the health bonus that Fire would, but it does have that element, because you're stacking dominance to get your health increased more, but your health increases.
It's not as heavy as Fire, more definitely. Yeah, and they don't have the extra heals that Fire does.
Correct, because you're relying on abilities that will give you a Rage crash, and then you're going to need to use an ability that will either reduce it or ignore it. And I'm using abilities that will ignore it because I just don't want it. Why would I want an ability that will significantly reduce it? I don't want that. I just want it gone. and luckily the Rage combos work so well that it helps even doing the Rage combo. So yay. But it's the timing though. That timing's going to be key, so you don't get the Rage crash.
Yeah, if you forget that on that last heartbeat, you're just like, oh, that's not good.
Now they are working on trying to fix the audio, because the heartbeat should be now louder than like a Quantum's move, any move that from Quantum. But if you have like another Rage person and their heartbeat is going too, it's like I think the way they said it was like, if I use mine and then you use yours, I think it's supposed to be where it's like you are going to be at a disadvantage because you might not hear yours. It's just how the audio works, but they're working on improving that aspect.
That makes sense. They can't be drowning out that quantum dubstep though, man. They can't be drowning it out. I time my rotation for DPSing to that quantum dubstep.
It's like Quantum's down. Who put Skrillex on? This is horrible. But with
you hear sometimes.
But with the abilities that have the Rage crash, like Severe Punishment, it's 8 seconds. So if you're one of those people who can count to yourselves while raiding, count to 8 seconds. As soon as I hit 6 seconds, I'm already using my Rage combo ability like Outrage. So I'm covered for those 2 seconds while doing this ability, so I don't get hit with Rage crash. So you just have to. It's all about timing. That's all it is.
All right, Vagrant, I gotta ask you this question too, because you're on the test server. I ask everybody that gets on the test server this question is about this new content and all that. Do you think the new 8-man op on there, do you think that's going to require 2 tanks?
I feel, it's already been run without 2 tanks because I feel that people in this game are kind of stubborn in the fact that they just want more DPS.
Everybody wants to burn. Yeah, everybody wants to burn.
Everybody wants to burn it as soon as possible, and that's why people are like, it doesn't require 2 tanks. I'm like, it doesn't, but guess what? It'd make it so much easier.
Right.
And and at the end of the day, would you rather struggle and wipe like 3 times before you get it, or get it on the first try?
Exactly.
I don't understand people's mentality where they're just like, it doesn't require 2 tanks because they won't burn as fast. And I'm like, dude, this is our second wipe. Can we please just run 2 tanks?
Yeah, just give it a shot.
For the love of God. Like, seriously.
Just give it a try. What's the harm in trying it just once?
I had a couple comments on some other videos where, like, you know, you don't need 2 tanks, but trust me, it helps. It would make the fight go much more smooth.
The test video that I did, I don't know, Soups, have you got a chance to at least watch a little bit of that?
I don't really like watching the test videos.
That's right.
Test server videos. You guys are like posting spoilers on the internet. You a bunch of douchebags.
Welcome to the internet. But yeah, I keep forgetting. Sorry, but no. In the 8-man raid that we ran, the formation of the 2, we ran the Noah's Ark. That the Noah's Ark formation. That's what we're gonna call it now.
2x2.
Yeah,
2x2x2x2.
We ran that, and I mean, for God's sakes, the first fight is Kyle Rayner and Brother Worth. 2 tanks. Now, just because Odyssey did it with, and that's exactly the always example I go with, because they're the first league that did it on the test server. They did it with 1 tank. Their tank was an ice tank, who has the best damage mitigation in the game. So that's why they're so damn strong. We ran with 2 rage tanks. As a rage tank, I was not about to tank both of them because we tried that, and we failed. We failed miserably. We split them up, 2 tanks on each one. Boom, called it done. Done deal. It was great. Excellent.
That's what I'm talking about. If you separate those 2 bosses, it's going to be so much easier than having 1 tank take both of them. Because they're hitting you for like 4, 5, 6 Ks. It's crazy.
Now, in this operation, I'm sorry if I'm giving away spoilers, but I mean, it has to be said.
Super Patriots over there going like la 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 la. I don't hear anything.
But in the operation, you have to split your group into 2 4-man teams. So one stays in the actual area, and the other one has to go to Metropolis. 2 tanks. If you can do it with the other DPS going straight to the other, with 1 tank being in the, or however you want to do it, switch it out with your 1 tank. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't, remember, 2 tanks. 2. Even the boss leading up to that, you only need 1 tank for that, but 2 tanks still works. Especially with the new single target mechanic we're using, like for Rage Blast with us, for Rage tanks. Use Rage Blast or even Fireball. It just shoots, we shoot it and they get taunted to us. So it helps out splitting the tank damage a little bit. Like, alright, I'm taking too much. Take it. Like, alright, take it. Oh my god. I just went back to World of Warcraft. I just did. Because that's exactly how we did it.
I was about to say that. That's exactly how World of Warcraft and Star Wars The Old Republic works. You sometimes have to switch tanks.
He's like, alright, I got 12 stacks on me. Take it now. Alright. Oh my god. Memories. Nostalgia.
Yeah, but man, it's that DC mentality where it's just, no, we don't need that extra tank. We can just burn it. Trust me. It's
yeah, but I mean, wasn't Odyssey even struggling really hard? That first live stream they were doing. I mean, everybody I've talked to, I was telling me about, they were watching that live stream. They were saying Odyssey was just getting smacked around.
Yeah, because it was a learning process.
Because they were solo tanking it.
Yeah, it was a whole learning thing. Odyssey is still the #1 league on this game, in my opinion. I absolutely love them. They do a tremendous job. They have a great amount of teamwork. But even on test server, even the top ranked league or guild on any game, they still have a learning curve. They still need to learn the mechanics. If they learn it faster than most people, it's because they just learn it faster than most people. And also, they're European. I don't know many American top guilds who are number one. And that's the honest truth. Method in World of Warcraft, they're number one and they're EU. I don't know what they're drinking over there in Europe, but I want a little swig.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're the number one PvE league, are you really number one?
Yeah. Yeah.
You get those world firsts.
That's right. That's what matters. Thank God the game does not have that. Oh my gosh.
In World of Warcraft, that's like all people freaking go for.
I did it. My hand on a Bible. It was I think Wrath of the Lich King. 3 days off of work, Red Bull, pizza. I had all sorts of stuff. 5-hour energy drinks. I was probably going to commit suicide to work myself up to get the world's first druid at level 80. But I didn't do it. I think I was like in the top 10, but I didn't get that world first. So I'm one of those people. If DCUO brought that to the game, one, it would just create more of an elitism that we don't need, and two, I would definitely be fighting for it. I'll fight tooth and nail.
You'd be part of that group, even though you hate it.
Exactly. It's like, God, man, these elites are so hectic. Aren't you the guy who got world first in World of Light? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Get away from me, kid. Go have a Coke or something.
Shut up, hater.
I almost wonder if they have any legendary drops for this operation, like the Prime helmet.
I don't know. And if they did have something like that, what would it be?
Guy Gardner's Rage Vest.
Shut up.
What?
Don't. Oh my God, I hate playing I hate speculating because now I want it so bad. Oh, I want that jacket.
Oh, do you see my one video where I got the Prime helmet and the like Wonder Woman drop from Gates in the same day, back to back?
Oh, that vest is so.
I still have yet to get that. I still have yet to get that Prime helmet.
I could not believe I got both of those on the same night.
I know
that makes me like you less.
I mean, excuse my language, but that made me shit a brick. I'm sorry.
It would.
Oh my God.
It's like, honey, what's that smell? It's me!
You're getting both of those in one day. I still cannot get the freaking Norseman head codex. I still have not gotten the sharpshooter legs.
Well.
Every time I do the M-Bot or O-Bot, I get an Inferno module, and I'm freaking fire! What do I need an Inferno module for?
More damage.
They really do need to go back and make that like the tier 5 bounty, where you get a piece every time.
Yeah, they need to make it like Raven.
That would be nice. That would be nice. I know right now, every day I'm farming Coast City because I want the Kyle Rayner mask.
The Owen mask or whatever.
Yeah, I am farming it every day because it would complete my set for my Red Lantern. I just want that mask, and I'll be done.
It would make you a pretty penny if you just sold it too.
Yeah, it would make you some money.
I am not here for the riches. I'm here to be a superhero.
Trex does not need the money. He just needs the satisfaction.
I really could. I mean, I'm only at 400. I'm only at 400K. I could really use the money. I am like bare bones right now, folks. I am. My granola bars are quite cheap.
I'm poor as crap on PC side. Don't worry.
Is there still 70 people sitting there on your stream just waiting for it to come back up?
It's probably just
I'm
lagged.
refreshing.
Yeah. If you refresh,
no, they're gone. They're gone. Okay.
That would be some crazy dedication.
Well, I mean, they were, and once again, I apologize that we couldn't get the stream going because of my internet. Blah.
It was raid call.
It was not raid call.
It was raid call.
Skype has that problem too.
You weren't a high enough level, Trex, on raid call. That's why it kept crashing.
Probably.
SOE Mod 19, you are a douche.
What did he do?
He deleted my thread in Gotham City.
Ha! For spamming.
I didn't spam. I was just I redirected everybody to it.
What was the reason?
I have removed a thread by you as it is extraneous discussion.
Extraneous?
Yeah, extraneous.
The hell does that mean?
Let me get a dictionary.
I mean, did you even get to see the replies? Was it bad replies? I don't even know.
No.
That's weird.
I think somebody just straight up freaking reported it.
No, that probably, yeah, probably. And they probably used their terminology. It's like, it sounds good to me.
All right, first of all, SOE Mod 19, that was not extraneous discussion. That was me being a douchebag.
At least he owns up, right? It's crazy.
That was me being a douchebag and trolling people.
So
I don't do anything extraneous in this game.
That's true.
Or on the forums.
But, crap, where were we?
They finally have War of the Light Part 1 patch notes up.
Like actually on the PC test?
Yeah. I was wondering when the patch notes were going to come up.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because for the longest time, it was under Game Update 33.
Yeah.
It's now on the server.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
I think it's because they were really wanting people to get on those armories.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The faster we get it tested, the faster it will come out. So, and Meps did hinted that the PC test for War of the Light may be ending soon. Now, it doesn't mean that we'll have an actual date when it goes off a test, that when it's going to release, but I think that if they're going to close down the test server, that means that we have been giving them some very freaking positive feedback on changes that need to be done to make it a lot better. And the things I have seen people post about, the changes that they brought to War of the Light, the testers have made it 10 times stronger, 10 times better, and yet people are still going to complain.
Well,
yeah, I mean, we've got armories, but why didn't we get 2 free?
Yeah. Yeah. In the words of Yins, because they gotta eat.
Yeah. Somebody left a comment on my video complaining about that. You know, they should have given us 2 for free. You know that, and I was like, "Well, you get 1 for free." So yeah, but you need 2 in order for you to actually, utilize the full thing about. And I'm like, not really. I mean, you save a loadout, and then you're gonna go, change, just change, go to a respec station and change, whatever loadout you want. And then he tried making the golden argument at me. He's like, no, man, they should have given us 2. It's just really bad marketing. I was like, actually, it's really freaking good marketing, because if they made you feel like you need to have 2, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna buy 1. That's genius marketing. Right? That's genius marketing.
But before we take off, we can talk. I want to talk a little bit to Vagrant. Let's go ahead and promote your stuff out there. Shameless plug yourself all the way.
Oh my gosh, I've never done this before.
Oh, it's so great. You just let loose.
So what would I say? Just like my link or whatever? Because you can't actually show it because we're not live.
Thanks for rubbing that in.
Yeah. Take that.
So where's this end call button?
Oh no. Remove Vagrant.
But no, just you've been doing this YouTube thing for a while now, but you've started coming more productive about it. You've been becoming more active, right? Because you used to be going under a different name, didn't you?
Well, yeah. I've gone through like 20 different names just because, YouTube has this thing where they're really stupid.
No, that's Google.
You can't change your username.
That's Google.
Yeah, and my current YouTube channel is www.youtube.com/the alpha tester. which sucks because I want it to be Vagrant Gaming, but I can't do that because YouTube doesn't let me because I'm a child. But that is my current YouTube channel. Go to it if you would like to subscribe if you find anything cool. But when I originally started back a year ago, I was going by like, alpha testing or whatever, just because I wanted to have a name or whatever. And then I eventually switched to Vagrant because that's what my DC name was. So I wanted people to be able to find me in game. If they needed help with anything, they could message me, which I always promote in my videos because I like helping people. But yeah, that's what happened was me and my freaking name on YouTube.
Yeah, it's with the Google. With the Google thing, it came up, and I'm sitting there. It actually showed my real name, and I clicked on that. It takes me to my real name's YouTube channel. That's okay. My real name doesn't need to be on YouTube. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Now I have to switch back over. It's like, oh, here's Trexlight. Great. Now I run a separate YouTube channel, Nerds of the Apocalypse. On the old ways, I don't have to go logging completely out. Everything is logged in under my real name's Gmail. I log in, I can go to Trexlight, and I can switch accounts and just go straight to Nerds of the Apocalypse. Not anymore. I gotta log out of my Gmail, log into Nerds of the Apocalypse Gmail, and there's I'm like, fuck, this is so much effort. Why is there so much effort? You're killing me.
Yeah, I don't understand why I have a Vagrant Gaming YouTube channel and then I have my email's YouTube channel. What's the sense in that? What is the point of that?
Yeah, it's it makes it so much frustrating. Just it really does. So, but it's really nice that you're coming. Now you also do. Which podcast are you part of? No, I mean,
I'm only laughing because
he's on the Let's Trash Talk Super Patriot Project podcast. That's
what he's
on.
Oh yeah, it's a good show. As long as my name's not dropped in, I'm okay. It's like, what happened here?
So when your name comes up, we're like, Trex is hilarious, which you are.
I try to be. I so try to be.
Because they're laughing at you, not with you.
I'm okay with this. I laugh at me.
We all try to crack jokes every now and then, even though I'm not funny. I wish I was funny. Wish I had that suave, But yeah, okay. I'm on the DCUO project.
Very cool.
The DCUO Talk About Super Patriot Project podcast.
hey, you got on last week though, which was cool.
Yeah.
I was not feeling my best.
Did you have like a cold or something? Because you sounded like you were about to like keel over, man.
I had what was probably could be most closely diagnosed as strep throat.
Ouch.
The week before last, and I was still coming down on it, and I just had a really bad day that day. Like, I don't know if it was something I ate or what, but I got up, and when I got up, I was fine, went upstairs, went to get some coffee, and before I even got the cup poured, I was like, I've got to go to the bathroom and really freaking hurl right now. So I spent about a half hour in the bathroom, and then with my throat still feeling a little rough, on top of all the, spewing that I was doing, and then the subsequent dry heaves that come after, it just completely wrecked my throat. And that's why I was sounding so horrible that day.
That is a bad day.
Yeah. And then, of course, I'm like, sitting here, minding my own business, farming, and then, I'm like, oh, let's see what's going on with the, podcast about me. Oh, look, they are talking about me.
It's okay. I'll talk about you too. Your name gets even dropped on Nerds of the Apocalypse too, because Stevie B brings you up.
Does he?
It's positive stuff.
Is it?
Yeah, it's mainly because he brings you up because he says stuff like, oh, Trex has his other podcast, but he has this other guy who's more popular than him. So, Trex doesn't do anything on our show. He doesn't do anything on that show either. So it's like, what's Trex good for?
So basically, he's saying you're riding my fame train.
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
That's exactly what
okay,
Stevie B.
Trex. I know how that feels. I don't think anyone knows me.
Like, we'll do our own podcast, the Unknowns.
Yep. I think I said this on the last podcast. I feel like I'm wearing the stone mask from Majora's Mask. I was just like, no one ever notices me. Why?
It's like, oh my god, where's that voice coming from? It's like, oh, you startled us. No personality. Wow, what's going on? But thank you for coming on to the show. I'm happy I was able to respond to you in time, because it's just been a crazy week with a lot of Photoshop stuff. It's killing me.
You can thank Super Patriot for that, because he was the one who was all like, you should message him. And I was like, do you think he would actually reply?
Yes.
Well, Trex is fairly snobbish when it comes to just random people.
He looks like
him.
the type. He just looks like the type.
Doesn't he? Doesn't he, though?
He's wearing that, WWE belt on his Skype
Stop!
picture.
I know.
What?
I know.
You got a problem? I'm the champ!
It's like he thinks he's the people's champ. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not getting into that.
On Nimbus Yosha's YouTube every now and then, and he never says anything to me. I'm telling you, nobody knows me. Nobody knows me, man.
You're like the quiet one on that podcast, though.
Well, when I do talk, it's strictly about the game, and they're just like, I don't really think that would work. I'm like, dude, trust me. The game would be 10 times better if you stopped messing up. I get super passionate about the game, so I'll go on these rage fits, and everybody's just like, please calm down. We don't want you to ruin the game.
Yeah.
It's like someone gives Vagrant a sugar cube. He needs to chill.
Yeah, I think the last time we were talking about clipping, and I was like, clipping sucks.
I like him.
I do it, but that was a glitch that the devs just didn't fix.
Now I hate clipping too. I have learned to use
Trex
it
hates
here.
clipping because he doesn't know how to.
Very true.
I know how to clip, but it's just weird. I think the best example, because it's just funny to bring it up, is when they were showing all the animations for Shield, when it was first coming out, and I was just like, no one cares because it's all gonna get clipped. No one's ever gonna see half of these animations. Yeah, I just felt bad for the animators. I was like, I feel really bad that you guys are making these animations look really cool, but it's just never going to be played out.
I think people were saying the same thing about Rage, because I was doing the live stream talking about Rage, and I was showing the animations, and someone in chat was like, why are you even doing this? All these people are going to clip these. They're not even going to see these animations.
See, and you know why they're saying that? Is because Vagrant went on that rant on that podcast, on the Project Podcast, and now everybody's like, yeah, screw clipping. Good job, Vagrant. Good job, Vagrant.
Can you blame me, though? The animations, no one cares, because it just gets clipped. It's like, what's the point? You might as well make the animation you just putting your thumb up and going yeah. And then just a whole bunch of damage happens because no one cares.
That's what they should do. They should make the emotes. Emotes. If you want to clip a power, you have to use an emote to do it.
Wow.
I call my cell phone, and that's Dreadful Blast right there.
The dance emotes downdraft,
Oh! Here's some patch notes for Fire. Burnout gets an immunity. Burnout will now provide immunity to control effects to you and 17/8 when used in tank role.
That's correct. Shadow Restraints, Unstoppable, and Burnout, all of these abilities from the other tank powers, all of these are not going to affect groups now. They're going to affect raid groups. So it's going to, instead of 4, it's going to extend out to 7. So it should bring out. It should.
They've been needing to do that for a while.
Yes. So this is a nice little change for people and their loadout, because now I don't have to have both Burnout and the other one. Wow, the other one actually really escapes me. So
Burning Determination.
Thank you. Now I can just put Burnout and it would be okay. But at the same time, that's still something to test out. It might still be viable to have both of them. I think Burning Determination definitely gives a heal with the immunity. So I think
Burnout gives a heal too. It gives a 1 burst heal. Burning Determination gives you like 3 ticks of a heal, based off the damage.
Oh yes,
like the first 3 ticks of damage you take, you get 3 ticks of heals.
Okay, that's right. Yeah. So I mean, it is a very welcome.
How long you been playing Fire Trex?
Oh man, it's been a while. It's been a while. I mean, I'm normally with my loadout. I've Inferno, Flashpoint, Backdraft done. I've rarely had to use Burnout or the Burning Determination. They're there. It's just they're knitting because they're not being used.
Well, here's another one. Season 2 of PvP, the power cost increase for the PvP level 90 gear has been adjusted to have a smaller effect. Good, because I'm like burning through power like badly.
They also adjusted PvE sets, I think. If you go down.
The player rewards, yeah. The gear and its power cost increase effect tuned downwards slightly. Okay. And they did another. It wasn't something that I found annoying, I guess, but they did change where the Vestments of Rage appearance items are now actually a separate vendor compared to the green and yellow supply officers.
It's so you don't have to scroll for 3 hours to get to it.
That's true.
That makes sense.
I would also like it if they would put, like, the tank, controller, healer role gear first, and then DPS down below. I would love that.
I think they should just go back to the lightning strikes and have the separate boxes for each role, because that was a lot easier.
That was hell of a lot easier. Yes.
That was a lot easier.
Yeah, let's do that. You have a supply officer, boom, right there. He gives the Vestments of Rage gear, and then you have 4 boxes right below him. This is where you're gonna get the Green Lantern stuff.
At the same time too, and all that, they do have that little warning that pops up there saying, "Are you sure you want to buy this piece for the damage roll?"
That's
yeah.
True.
Are you sure you want to buy this for the controller roll?
I'm surprised that they haven't had it a second window, because people still complain about that sometimes.
Well, I mean, there's a reason why the window pops up. People read it. It's like, I mean, I don't know.
It's like the terms of service. Who reads that?
Yeah.
It's also kind of like how marks go into your inventory, because people were complaining and allegedly not getting marks, so they were like, "Here's your proof."
Yeah.
In your inventory.
Yeah, now we're gonna flood your inventory with marks and all that you have to personally collect.
Yeah.
Take that.
Which I still don't understand why some of the home turf stuff gives you Mark of War.
Yeah, the bounties do.
What's the point of that?
It changes to Marks of Triumph, but yeah,
maybe when they go back and revisit those and make them give us a book every freaking time we beat them.
Oh my God, please!
I know. They really need to do that. The only thing I can think of is the reason why they didn't do that, like they did with Raven, is because Raven's a weekly lockout.
Yep.
Which does not matter when you're in a world of replay badges.
Yeah. All 1,000 of my replay badges aren't being touched. I don't care what Raven says.
Yeah, I have over 1,000.
Because I'm saving up.
I'm going to spam the crap out of the 2 4-mans, though. Because those drop expert plans and Avatar Infiltrator.
Here's my thing about this DLC, all right? As much as I'm looking forward to increasing my gear, getting the feats done, and everything like that, I am not spamming this content like I did with Origin Crisis and Sons of Trigon.
You don't want to burn yourself out?
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to burn myself out. I mean, we got new PvP seasons here and all that. I got a lot of guys in my league. They're still gearing up. I've got guys that are wanting. We got groups and all that. We're wanting to put together for some PvP and get on some some competitive scrimmages and everything like that. I've got a lot already on my plate. I'm not looking at spamming out all that content because I am burnt out on Nexus and Wave. You know what? It's been like 2 weeks since I ran Nexus or Wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm burned out
and
too.
I am perfectly fine with that.
I was gonna say though, kudos to the dev for adding a PvP style vendor.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. I found that the other day.
I love that. I was like, finally, now I don't have to rely on luck for the Malevolent Knight and freaking checkmate crap.
Yeah, now can we get a sharpshooter legs in there? That would be nice.
Yeah.
God, man, you kill me.
I will not stop complaining about the sharpshooter legs until they are in my possession.
Trex, do you have full sharpshooter?
Nope.
I do.
So this is why we hate him. Gotcha.
Let's establish the hate.
Like, he was cool because he doesn't like clipping either. Now he has full sharpshooter. Oh, this guy can go to hell.
Screw this guy. End call.
But yeah, that is, I'll get on every day and get I actually completed both of the checkmates, the Malevolent Knights. I have all of the styles in that style vendor, so now I can just work on PvP gear. Get those feats.
I'm tempted to just go PvP and grab marks, and it's like, holy crap, Trex is doing PvP. Dude, he must be getting some PvP gear. Nah, I'm actually using it to buy the mods. I don't feel like using my marks, so I'm just going to use Marks of Valor. It's the same thing.
Seriously?
What?
You disgust me.
What?
You disgust me. You're gonna fart PvP for the synthetic mod. You disgust me. Oh my god.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what I've got? All right, I've got like. Hold on a second. I'm actually on my character right now. I have 30,000 marks of triumph right now, and in my bank, all right, I have 5 times 10 marks of reality tokens and a 100 times mark of reality token. In case I start to feel a little iffy about me getting low on triumph, which is not happening anytime soon.
What? It's just easier.
It's just
Now hold on. I will say this. I used when synthetic mods came out, which I love still, by the way. I used my marks of triumph to get my synthetic mods. I definitely used them. Now that I remember that PvP costs are the same thing, it's like I'm looking at my Valor and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to use you for anything else. It's about time you prove your worth there, buddy. So, boom. And the thing is, I'm not even buying the level 5s. I'm buying like level 4s. Or the tier 4s. Because I still got to use my marks of reality. I still got to use those. I got to save up. Green Lantern stuff. Yay. Probably should actually go pick up the Prideful stuff just to feel it. You know, I'm a CR 92 and I don't feel different. I feel the same. I don't understand the hype now. You still
I'm so disgusted with you.
absolutely disappointed.
Come on.
Especially when it's so much easier to get freaking marks of triumph.
Well, I'm PvPing though, aren't I? It's just I'm just not using the marks as intended as most PvPers would. Kinda. You'll be okay.
Whatever.
You'll be okay. But
Good luck in that FNL thing tomorrow, next week.
I'm on the wait list. I don't even know if I'm gonna be on the show. So
No. Trust me. I've got Meps on Skype and I got Daddy-O. We're gonna get that extended out to where you're involved.
Stop it. No.
Where you're involved, and I'm gonna be in Mep's ear the entire time. Watch Trex's match.
He's gonna be the wooden spoon of next week's show.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
That's even if I make it past the first round. The first rounds aren't even telecast. So unless you're gonna
be
cheat
like,
my
Meps,
way.
Record Trex's match. Record it. record it.
That's what the pre-show is going to be. Just following me the entire way through the tournament. That's the pre-show.
That is what they need to do. That is what they need to do.
I'll be on Spill's pre-show with them. It's like, I'm trying, Spittle. I'm trying, man. It's just, what's the block button? How do you block? It's like, oh, I'm dead. Well, I don't know. I'll try and get some practice in this week. I can already tell you now I'm going to be using Lex Luthor because Lex is the man. So he's my boy. If I use anyone else, it might be Amon Sir. Because now if Atrocitus was in game, it would be Atrocitus, hands down. Throwing up on people would be great.
I'm not going to lie. If I have one complaint about Armories, it is the occasional, almost all the time, not switching things around in my utility belt.
Yes, I do remember you talking about that.
That's the only complaint I have. But, I mean, it's not that bad because, I mean, I just keep all that stuff in my inventory anyways. You been getting that, Vagrant?
With trying to switch over consumables and it actually working?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you switch from one belt to another and all that, and then, like, you know,
You have to go
side kicks in a slot on your utility belt where there has to be a consumable at. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's my only complaint.
Just a minor annoyance.
Yeah.
Which will probably take them like 3 years to fix it. If it's minor, it gets put on the back burner for like the next 3 years.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mean, things could be a lot worse. You know, I mean, I knew people that were freaking, you know, taking pictures of all the gear that was that they had, just so they could send that to customer service and say, "Look, my armory ate my gear. I had this." You know, it's like, can I have my stuff back, please?
I didn't even know it was eating gear. Wow, that sucks.
On the test server, I guess it was, or it happened to somebody.
Huh. That's scary.
Yeah. That is scary. I'm not going to lie. Which was half the reason why I recorded my video while I was doing it. And I was see, you guys noticed I was in that video. I was like, you see right here, you know, I got all this tank gear for PvE. And I'm like scrolling through it nice and slow. You know, just in case I needed to send in a ticket.
But all right, I do want to thank Vagrant for joining us onto the show. It was great to have you. We'll have to have you back here, not next week, but soon. Soon.
Sure.
TM.
TM. as newbie TM Trex says. I used to be elitist. Did you know? I used to be an elitist.
An elitist, nice.
Yeah, because it was a forum thing where people on the forum, if you were people on the forums that agree with the Armories at 800, the forum people called you elitist. So I was like, oh, elitist tricks on the Twitter. That's what I am. I'm elitist. That's how it goes. And of course, of course, the shameless plugs everything. Vagrant, where can we find you again?
www.youtube.com/the alpha tester. It's not my YouTube name, but that's what the freak my link is. So,
what are you gonna do? You can of course find the SourceCast over at facebook.com/the. Yeah, it's a backslash.
Oh, dang it!
I wonder what / would do. You can find us over at facebook.com/DCUO SourceCast. You can also find us on the Twitter at DCUO Source Podcast. Super Patriot, where can we find you?
Well, of course, you can find me on youtube.com/The Daddy's House. You can also find me on the Twitter at The Daddy's House there. I am also on facebook.com/The Daddy's House. And I actually streamed last night, in case you all missed. I streamed from the PS4 last night, and I am on The Daddy's House here on Twitch. So give it a follow, because you never know when I may surprise everybody with a stream.
That's right. I did see that you were streaming, and I was preoccupied. I was watching someone else stream. So,
he was watching Glee. Come on.
hell no. They had me at the first. They had me at the first season when they did the whole medley of Journey. But after that, they were copyright infringing bastards. Sorry. I just it hit a nerve.
He gets real passionate about Glee.
You just messed up. You just messed up.
How did I mess up?
Not you. This
You're talking to a villain, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm talking to a villain. Try gaming Gotham. PvP fix, baby.
Oh, wooden spoon. You can, of course, find me over at youtube.com/Trexlight. Also on Facebook at /Trexlight. And on the Twitter at This Is Trex. And, of course, you can find me on my Twitch whenever it wants to work over at twitch.tv/Trexlight. Once again, thank you, Vagrant, for coming on to the show. And I also want to apologize again for not being able to stream. I'll get that fixed in a couple of months when I'm in my new home, and I'm gonna hug it. And you know what? Someone on the stream earlier said I should just do a 3-hour live stream. You know what? That might happen because I never go an hour streaming. It always turns out to be this whole big extravaganza of an 8-hour stream. Hell, I can talk for 8 straight hours. I never know. I just never know. Also, big props to everyone in the stream when it went down for entertaining themselves with Miley Cyrus renditions. I think it was Michael Grid who started that, so kudos to you, sir. And it proves that my stream has weird people. And I love each and every one of you. So just like Miley Cyrus coming in like a wrecking ball, thank you all so much for tuning in. We will see you guys next week. Say goodbye, Super Patriot.
Take care, everybody. So you buy these villains in freaking Gotham Wastelands, too, while you're at it.
That's it. Game's over. Step along, nothing to see. Get going before my good mood wears off. That means now. It 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 means now.